Welcome to the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. I'm your host, Coach Uncle Milt. We're here in the studio. I think it's 3-9. I think it's the 3-9 episode.
I think it's 38.
38?
Yeah.
You know, I'm always getting it wrong, man. You know, wow, I look like really dark. So, you know, again, man, we having a lot of little technical. We always having technical issues. I just don't like Zoom. Zoom is killing me right now. Zoom and the COVID is killing me. It's just killing my show and everything. You know, it's technical part of it. We're trying to take care of it, but we're gonna get it out. We're gonna get it on anyway. We got Coach O in the place, and we got Ralph Draper. We try to put his show up, and the Zoom, just like I said, the Zoom is killing me. You know, and spring ball is here today. Spring ball is upstate New York, Long Island. We got a couple of games this week. Last week was like a little hiccup. It was a little setback with I say a couple of kids got sick, so you know how it is. Some teams is on quarantine and whatever. It's not UTL's fault. It's the way it is. We getting out this COVID and we trying to make things happen. Getting back to it, we have spring ball. We have Coach O from the Northeast region, and his season starts this week. Are you here, Coach?
Yes, I am.
All right, we got Coach O on a broken Zoom, but we're gonna get it out tonight. He hear us. You hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, Ralph Draper, you there? Ralph Draper?
Hello?
You hear me? You hear?
I hear you.
All right, yeah, I hear you. So we got to do it like a wedding. Some borrow, some old, some new. Let's fix it up and everything with some duct tape. But we're going to get it out. We're going to get it out, you know, just for the kids' sake. So,
Right.
Coach O, can you tell us about what's going on this week? You got the first week schedule and who's on board and what's going on?
Well, this week it's going to be history in the making, right? Because it's actually the first time that we have this in the Northeast. Such a high level of talent. So we're gonna start it up with the young boys on the 6U from Queens Avengers. They're gonna be playing the Maryland Short United team. They're coming all the way from Maryland to play the Queens Avengers on the 6U and the 8U.
Yeah, and where that's gonna be?
That one's gonna be in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut. So get your Metro North tickets and get up there. What's the name of the field, Coach?
Oh, you got me good one right here. Next picture, I'll get it for you right now.
What's the team the Avengers playing, Coach?
She said 6U.
He said 6U, the name of the team.
Oh, Queens Avengers against some Maryland team. What's the Maryland team?
Maryland Short United.
Maryland Short United. Am I saying it right?
They come straight from Maryland. They're going to be playing, like I said,
Hold on, Coach. Who got some background noise? Telephone, TV, turn it off. Please turn it on, cause it's messing me up over here. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
We're also gonna have a Staten Island Hurricanes coming up to Boston, Massachusetts to play the Dorchester Eagles, and on the 12U level, and on the 10 level. On the
10U and 12U.
10 and 12U.
And they're gonna be in Boston. They're gonna be in Boston, MA.
That's a rematch.
Oh.
Because last December, the Outlaws is gonna play the 10 also.
Mm-hmm.
So last December they played in Florida. So now we're gonna rematch it out here in the Boston area.
In Boston area.
Yes.
We need to get to like the fields and the time, so
Yeah,
our
I
listeners
do
can.
I definitely have it in one of my emails. I'll forward that email to you, so you
Co-
guys can have it. Yeah.
Coach, do you see the screen we got on the YouTube? Do you see it? You don't see it? Oh, when you look at the video in the left hand or right hand corner, we got all the schedules and the logos and everything. So this is why we needed to get your information so we can set you up. So we can set you up. You see it like we got UTL up there, and it's telling us the games and everything and things. And Ralph gonna say where they at in a minute. So we finish with you.
Okay. I'll definitely work on that.
Yeah, just get us the information every week, the scores and everything, and we're gonna advertise it in the screen just like this on our show, so our listeners can see what's going on.
That's dope. That's dope. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Okay. No, thank you, man. You got a program for the kids.
Let me know if you come across any good concession stands, man.
Oh yeah. We got to put that on the screen too. The best food concession stand, and I want to be one of the judges.
Listen, we had the jamboree last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the concession stand in Dorchester was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
All right, we got to get that. We got to get them during the season.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm figuring out where I'm going to go at. Where you going to be at this week, Coach?
This week I'm in Boston and Hartford.
Boston and Hartford.
Yes, I'm in Boston and Hartford. We still waiting on the parts in New York. They
Now,
still haven't
wait, this is screwing up my show because I may have moved slow. It's one of them things, and it's this. To be honest with you, April was supposed to be the training, and then it opens up in May. So it's gonna be opened up before we do our tiny mite and junior mite season. So that's the case with
so
that.
Right now, we got to cross the bridge and go to Connecticut or Boston and these areas that was already playing football.
Yeah, so that's where it's open now. We got to do what we got to do, and then where the games are played, and that's where the kids are at. That's where we be at.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so.
But we excited over here. I seen the DEA last week on the jamboree. They look pretty good. I seen CT Pride in the jamboree. That was pretty good. So I'm excited, man. The level of talent looks different out here. So
Yeah.
I still claiming the Outlaws are gonna win it all at every level, but
All right.
that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Oh, no. One of the New York teams is going to change that.
Coach O, how many divisions you got? You got what? Just say 6, 7,
divisions.
6 divisions?
6.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13?
I got 6U, I got 8U, I got 9U, I got 10U, 12U, and 14U.
Oh, you just don't got 11. Okay, all right. Well,
Yes.
14U,
We
okay.
got an 11 coach, but not enough teams on that level. So
And you don't got 13U. You don't got 13U.
no, 14.
Only 14. All right. So we kind of like behind the time, but we want to talk to you. I'm gonna try to go to Connecticut Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
You be in Connecticut?
Yes, I'll be in Connecticut.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to go to Connecticut because I got some Long Island things I got to go to, but I'm gonna try to get up to Connecticut for the opening game, and we can interview you live on the field. But when you in New York City, you got to come by our studio, man, and give us a live.
Tomorrow.
We don't got a show tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I know the studio's stadium's probably closed.
Yeah, we don't got it. We don't got a show tomorrow. We're doing some other things. And Wednesday night, we'd have been glad to have you. Wednesday night would have made room. I'm trying to get finished with this Zoom. I'm dealing with it through the COVID. I'm really tired of it right now. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, it's getting because everything has got to be right, and sometimes they be acting funky too. You know,
Yeah.
because I can't afford the paid one. I got the free Zoom.
I get the first look at the New York teams. I'm gonna come down, going to Queens, and I'm going to Staten Island.
Okay.
To do the books.
Okay, do the books. So, get us the next week's game so we can set you up with the banner with your logo on it and everything. We want to set you up right, make you look good and nice and everything. All right, Coach O?
All right, I got you. I'll send that over.
All right. Thank you, and I hope to see you in Hartford. On Saturday, right?
Yeah. Saturday.
All right. All right, Coach O. Thank you for having.
I'll send you all that information real soon. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Coach.
Ralph, give us the lineup for UTL this week.
All right, so this week, UTL got on the 16th. That's Friday. We're starting out Friday with 14U Panthers. Long Island Panthers are playing workday at 7:30. And the 13U Eagles. Oh, no. On Friday, it's only 14U Panthers versus workday. And that's at Workday Field.
Where at?
That's at 220, 234 Old Farmingdale Road, West Babylon.
West Babylon. Get on the Long Island Railroad.
Right, and then Workday got another game on the 18th at 2 o'clock versus Copeg Eagles. That's at the same field. All right, and on the 17th, we got 9U, the Roseville Rising Stars versus the Brentwood Indians. That's in Oyster Bay. And then we got 11U, Copeg Eagles versus the Punishers. That's in Oyster Bay as well. That's at 6 o'clock. So Oyster Bay, they got a 4:30 game and a 6 o'clock game.
And that's in Oyster Bay?
That's in Oyster Bay.
All right. On Saturday.
On the 17th, yeah.
The 17th. All right.
And then on the 17th, too, in Hempstead, we got the 11U Long Island Renegades versus the 11U Hempstead Raiders. So the Raiders and the Renegades are playing 11U and 10U in Hempstead. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a packed game. And then we got, on the 18th, we got the Hempstead Raiders versus the Renegades, 13U. And then we got the Raiders versus the Renegades at 9U. And both of those games will be at Granny Road in Medford.
Medford, Long Island.
Medford, Long Island, Granny Road. And then we got BU playing the Long Island Villains on the 16th at 6:30. And that's in Coram at Diamond in the Park.
All right. Coram, New York?
Coram, New York.
That's Long Island, right? Suffolk County?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got BU again playing Irvington Predators. And then BU, they playing at 11 o'clock versus the Predators. Then at 12:30, BU's playing the Central Knights. And then the 12U Warriors are playing Jackson Storm, 12U. 14U Warriors are playing the Predators. And all those games are going to be in New Jersey. In Newark, New Jersey. And then we got BU playing Mitcham. And that's in New Jersey as well.
Okay, man. Very good, man. Very good. We hats off to Smitty and Under the Lights staff getting those games out. And I understand they had a little setback because of the epidemic, but those teams will be back. Freeport and a couple of other ones be back later on, and we're going to continue with the schedule and everything. So, everything is good with us. Ralph Draper, is he up right now? Do we see him? Yeah. That's what we see. Oh man, how you like the overlay, Ralph?
Yeah, it looks nice, man. It looks nice.
I did the little touch up on it and stuff, and things like you can make Ralph a little bigger. You can hit the logo up a little bigger. Cover them kids up. Give Ralph a little bigger. Yeah, you make Ralph not that big, but we gotta hide the size a little bit. Yeah, so we broadcasting in the new studio in the Championship Row Studios, and you want to tell them where you at? Where you at, Ralph?
Well, right now I'm in Florida right now.
Ralph is in Kissimmee, Florida, and in the Championship Row Studio, and this podcast is going to be about scores, highlights, talking to coaches and kids, team rankings, and all the tournaments and things that D1 does and everything is going to come from this show. It's going to be on Monday, every Monday at 8 o'clock on the WTY sports channel, which is Watch the Youth. That's what it is. Watch the Youth channel, and we're gonna be cooking. Once we get all the kinks and everything, we're gonna be all right. We got a beautiful show, and then we have a special guest, and her name is Samantha Bailey. I call her the sports nutritionist, the vegan sports nutritionist. I'm giving her that. She's gonna tell us and our kids on how to eat vegan and still play youth sports. Is gonna come. She's coming on in the bottom of the hour. We got her live in the studio. We did a video on her this week of preparing one of the delicious. She said it was tuna. She said she named it tuna, and she's gonna say what it is, but she's gonna tell what's in it. But when we ate it, it tastes like tuna, but it wasn't. So I was very, very amazed, with it, because it don't look like, to me, me. I'm a professional eater, so so I know when it's good and when you taste it. But we are glad to have her, and we're gonna keep her here at Studio A and do some things with her, as far as getting her thing out and her vegan lifestyle and making some good. Vegan is not what we think it is. It's good food. I'm the number one person to contest it that it is good food. But it's no meat, and that's what it is. But it is good food. It tastes good, and the way they season it and put other things in it to make it look like make it taste like what it tastes like, and if you just use your imagination, you just be eating tuna fish. But with that said and stuff, we're gonna take a commercial break. We're gonna come back with the video that we did, and she's gonna demonstrate on a couple of dishes, and she's gonna talk about how to keep your athlete with energy to play sports. And this is very, very important to listen to this to, So we're going to go to the commercial break. We're going to come back with Miss Samantha Bailey.
A community fundraiser. Each of us helps one of us. Think of a community hit with an epidemic that created financial devastation, massive unemployment, housing problems, and food shortages. To help the community to weather the tough times ahead, we must pull our resources together and create a cycle of funding. A one-time resource is help required. Each of us helps one of us with this continuously cycle of support. We'll relieve the burden off of you, the individual, with the help from the community. To join our community, email us at eachofushelpsoneofus@gmail.com. Leave your name and date of birth, and we'll send you the instruction video.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
NYCU Sports Podcast Show. We are back. We're going to put on this video. I hope everybody's tuned in, listen up, put the games down. You know, whatever you doing, look at the YouTube and hear Miss Bailey tell you how she makes a vegan tuna salad. And she has a lot of information. We're going to go right to the video right now.
Hi everybody, this is Samantha Bailey. I am manager and co-partner of Urban Vegan Kitchen in the West Village of New York City. Also, I do nutrition counseling, specializing in those who are sick. But today, we are going to focus on great food choices for growing kids who are into athletics. Now, not everybody understands this, but really a whole lot can help elevate performance if we focus on fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and actually minimize the milk, the cheese, and the meat. I know, sounds a little different, it sounds a little crazy, but I'm going to explain how and how you can do it easily at home. So number 1, the most vitamin-rich food that exists on this planet for us to eat are fruit. The most mineral-rich food are vegetables. Right there, that tells you this is what we should eat the most of. So how do we get our kids to eat fruits and vegetables in abundance? An easy way is a smoothie. And these are some things you can put in a smoothie, especially when it comes to sports performance. First, let's talk about bananas. The great thing about bananas is they are cheap. So you can get a whole lot. I'm talking about 10 to 20 bananas. You're barely passing $4. So this is something that you can snack on, you can carry around with you. It has its own packaging, and it's easy to carry and no prep work, right? But also when it comes to a smoothie, this is a great filler. So if we're eating just fruits and vegetables blended up together as a breakfast, well, sometimes it's hard to get all the calories we need in, so we need to fill it up. But who wants to fill it up with blueberries? That costs $6 a pint. Or even raspberries, that's even more for half a pint. You fill it up with bananas. Lots of sustenance, lots of nutrition, and it's very cheap. So, always the base. Second, for sports performance, we want to make sure we get our indigo colors in. I'm talking about the black cherries, the red grapes, the blueberries, the raspberries, black raspberries, blueberries. Why though? High amounts of antioxidants. You might have heard this word before and you're wondering, okay, what does that really mean? What is that going to really do for us? This is what heals the damage that comes from any type of toxic environment. And when I say toxic environment, it could be pollution into the air, It could mean our water. It could mean stress. It could be negative feelings. But also, from working out, we get a lot of benefit, but also we get damage. And that damage is okay, because if our bodies are equipped with the right fuel, we heal that damage, and we heal it with antioxidants. So I made this smoothie for you all to see. It's a very deep, dark color. That's how you know you're getting some good stuff in. But also, I didn't just put bananas and dark berries in here. I also have kale and spinach. Now, why? Two things. One, let's say your kids are not really into spinach, or maybe you aren't really into eating greens. The thing with putting spinach in a smoothie is the one green that has almost no flavor. So you can put like 2 whole handfuls so easily, and it still just tastes like the fruit that's in here. Now kale, which I love, is a bit more hearty, has a bit more of a strong flavor, but it's more nutritious. But either way, spinach or kale, you're getting huge amounts of calcium, iron, folate. I'm talking about things that are very lacking in our modern eating world here in America. Like, we don't get these things in on a regular basis. So imagine we just make this smoothie, throw bananas in, put frozen fruit in, chopped up kale is already in there. You don't even have to use a knife. You don't even have to use a cutting board. All you need is a blender. Put it in a jar. Boom, you're out. You're in school, or you're sending your kids into school, or you have it with you in your car. You bring this on the bus, you take it on a subway. It's done. 5 minutes. So that's how I would handle breakfast. Also, sometimes little additions are cute, they're fun, they're not necessary. But I do recommend a green powder. One, you're going to get some added nutrition that is hard to get in on a normal day, especially like if you're a kid and you're in school and you have like pizza in your cafeteria, and maybe come home and like your parents are busy and maybe it's McDonald's. If you at least put this in your smoothie in the morning, you're getting a whole bunch more nutrition than you would have gotten anyway. All right? So there you go for breakfast. So what else can we do? We're into sports. We want a better sports performance. What other foods can really help us get there, but are simple and easy, and we can just do it at home, and they don't have like funny ingredients, and it's hard to find. So a lot of us have had tuna fish before, you know, and maybe we've made tuna salad, or your parents have made tuna salad, and you mix it all together, and you can make a sandwich with it, or you can put it on crackers. But the issue with tuna is our waters are so polluted that when we eat the tuna, it actually fills us with microplastics, mercury, other heavy metals from heavy fishing boats. And so it's giving us a lot of things that our liver has to really work on. What should we do instead? Let's still make a tuna salad, but instead of the fish, we use chickpeas. So I don't know if any of you have heard of chickpeas before. They're easy to find. They're in almost every single grocery store. They also go by the word garbanzo beans. So chickpeas, garbanzo beans, same thing. And when they're already in the can, they're already cooked and they're soft, and you don't have to do anything extra. So you take a can of chickpeas, take out the water and put all the chickpeas in a bowl and just smash it up. And when you look at it, it actually looks a little bit like ripped up, smashed up tuna. What are the other things we want to put in it? Well, celery is a good one. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the celery. One interesting thing about celery is it's actually an herb. And why that's important, celery detoxes the body almost like no other food can. So potently that if you drink fresh celery juice on a daily basis, you will start healing things you didn't even know needed healing. So I try to get it in every now and then. I actually can't stand celery. I don't like the way it tastes. So I put it in places that are really, like synergistically, it tastes very good together. So I add my celery into my chickpea tuna, chop it up real good. Also, red onions. Why? Couple things. Earlier I was talking about, those indigo colors in the fruits and vegetables because of antioxidants, right? Onion is great, period. It's super anti-cancer already, But if you get it red, it's even doubly so. Not only that, but you get some more antioxidants just because it's red. So I love to use red onion, celery with my chickpeas, and this is what I dress these things with. So I have smoked paprika, it gives it a nice smoky flavor. Also black pepper, because you can never go wrong. But the secret ingredient is seaweed, because this is what will give it that kind of taste like it's a seafood, okay? So if you're already used to having tuna salad, just changing over to this will be not a problem at all. So here is an example of seaweed. This is already chopped up, granulated, you just right inside. All of this stuff is found in any regular supermarket easily. You probably already have some of these seasonings already in your pantry, and you get to, not have to spend top dollar to have nutritious food that's low in fat, that's cholesterol free. And this way, when you do your workouts, when you do your practices, when you are running around, your recovery time speeds up because it's not processing saturated fat, it's not processing non-fiber foods. This way, instead of having a food that takes energy to digest, you're incorporating foods that slow down that gap between when you eat and when you're fully digested, and then you have more energy to do more. So I used to be a personal trainer, and back when I was a trainer, I didn't know all of this stuff yet, but I was really trying to figure out, I was just beginning my studies into health and nutrition and how they come together. And recovery time is a big deal if you're in the fitness world at all. So a lot of my colleagues, they did like fitness competitions. I know I had my own personal records that I wanted to try to up and supersede, right? And so when it comes to recovery, there's one thing that we all know. We need rest because you don't heal unless you're sleeping, right? But also we need time and we need energy. What I started to learn as time went on was it takes a lot of energy to digest meat. All right, so now, what does the chickpea tuna actually look like when it's done? I'm gonna show you right here. It looks just like tuna salad, just like it. But now you just have the beans, great protein, easy to digest, easy to break down, takes little time in your body. You're perfect. And we can show you a great way to eat it. So, who likes sandwiches? I mean, most of us do, right? All right, so you can take a bread. It doesn't matter what bread. I happen to have this one because I like it. But you can have pre-sliced bread because it makes way more sense and it's way quicker, all right? So we can just take a slice of bread. And we take a little bit of our chickpea tuna right over here. And we can do like an open face sandwich just like this. Now, here's an avocado. A couple things about avocados. They ripen very quick, and once they're ripe, you gotta eat them right away. So sometimes you luck out. Sometimes you lose some. Let's see what's gonna happen with this one. Oh, it's great. If you see this color, this is what we're looking for. It's beautiful. So why do I like avocado, and why do I think this is great for sports performance? These are the type of fats we should be eating. Easily digestible, polyunsaturated, so that actually they don't stick to your arteries the way saturated fats do. When it comes to avocado is actually high in calories, but easy to digest, really good fats. And so this will satisfy our hungry athletes who just gobble up everything in our fridge and make us go to the supermarket twice more than we need to, all right? And there we have it, a very easy open face sandwich, completely plant-based, easy to digest, All right, now I'm gonna put this back here because one last thing I kind of want to talk to you guys about is side dishes. So, like I was saying earlier, when you are athletic, when your kids are athletic, they are eating everything in your fridge. And it's like, give me a break. I need space. I need time. What can we give them that is very hearty, fill them up, but also easy to digest so they sleep well and they have great performance the next day at practice? Potatoes. Potatoes are excellent. These are easier to digest than grains, much easier to digest than any type of cheese and any type of meat. So this means they will have better performance in practices in general. And one way that I love to cook potatoes without butter and without any like high fat is in a hash brown style. Now we all know hash browns. This is nothing special. We know this stuff. This is not new. We're probably already eating this already, but maybe we're not thinking about centering it in a whole meal. This is just potatoes chopped up. We have some smoked paprika like we did with the chickpea tuna. Definitely saute some of that red onion for you know why at this point, those antioxidants. Some salt, some black pepper. And it's up to you. Maybe add some parsley if you like. Maybe add some cilantro. But this in and of itself can be like a huge component to a very hearty breakfast, or it could be a side dish to maybe some rice, maybe some beans, maybe some sauteed broccoli on the side. When we eat this way, our life thanks us as we move forward. When we eat this way, we have better sleep. When we eat this way, we have less stress. When we eat this way, we have better performance. We breathe better. We also live better. When we eat this way, we have less allergies, less eczema, better performance, and better oxygen intake in our blood so we can perform even better. So, if you have questions on anything like this, you can find me at SamEatsPlants_ on Instagram. But definitely check out my restaurant, Urban Vegan Kitchen. The West Village is a fun spot, smooth vibes, DJs on the weekend. And you can find it at 41 Carmine Street in Manhattan between Bedford and Bleecker. And I hope to see you there. And please, everyone, take care of yourself and in good health, be well.
We're back, NYC Youth Sports, and you know we're not going to waste any time to introduce this young lady. And just like I said, I gave her this name as a vegan sports nutritionist. She also is co-owner of Urban Kitchen in the city. Go there. I'm going to go there to eat. And she also do a lot of other healing things, women's health, you know, and things like that, and teach her how to eat. And no longer do. We have the beautiful, the talented, very, very smart, very articulative Miss Samantha Bailey.
Hello.
Here she is.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm thank you for showing, coming.
You're welcome.
You know, to our show. You know, I'm going to start out the gate. You know, in youth sports kids is not have the nutrition down pat. And I was, when I had met a guy lives where I live in my complex, and he told me about you. And I've been hounding him, and he finally came up with the information. And we called and we spoke. And I said, you know, if you can come in and give us pointers on how to prepare our kids first starting out to eat right for the game, the energy in the game, and while they play the game, and at, you know, like in football, we go halftime, we give them certain things to keep the energy up, and you explain it. You know, we don't want to be giving our kids that Gatorade. You come with the smoothie that you can drink at all temperatures, and that's great. And I'm hoping that parents are listening. And it's very, very easy to make in your cabinet. You have it at home. You don't have to go to Whole Foods and things like that. And they have it local supermarkets and things. So tell us how you get started in this vegan quest.
For like anybody?
I mean, how you got
Me
started.
personally?
Get a little background on.
It really started with a death of a parent, and I lost health insurance. And all of a sudden, I was already athletic, did soccer my whole life basically, and I never thought about trying to be healthy because I'm like, I'm fit, I'm athletic, I don't need to not go to fast food and not drink soda. And then when I realized I would have to pay a lot of money to see doctors if something was wrong, I decided like, okay, so then I have to put it in my own hands. And in beginning to research, a couple years down the line, it kept showing itself that these animal products were giving us cancers, fibroids, cysts, diabetes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's all this information that exists and we're not given it. We literally have to seek it or we never know it. And so it became a real passion of mine to show people that the power is in our own hands. Yeah.
So you turn your way from, which is very, very hard, from the camel, what you call it, the carnivore. I'm saying it wrong.
Carnivore oil.
The meat lover like me. You could tell I look like a cow, so you know I like a lot of meat. And this, it's hard. You've been doing it, or
Listen.
How you just say I'm done?
I didn't just say I'm done.
Oh, okay.
It took so long. I realized that people have addictions, right? But when it's like alcohols or if it's like drugs or things like that, there's a support in the community and in society that's like, we want to help people not have to keep dealing with this. But when it comes to food, we don't have that. Like, it's fun. So whenever you hear people trying to do healthier things, they'll say, oh my God, but then I had a chocolate cake, and everyone laughs about it. We don't take food addiction seriously. And what I had was food addictions. I was addicted to soda. I was addicted to fast food. I mean, addicted. It took a lot of mind games to get me off of that stuff. I had to envision the cheese as pus, and it had blood, and it had bacteria in it. I had to keep telling myself the garbage that was in it. The antibiotics they pumped in it, and the hormones they pumped in it. I had to keep saying it because my body wanted it. But what happens is when you start seeing your goal of what you want for your life, right, and what you want for yourself, if you tell yourself every day, will this decision get me there or hinder me? And then you make those decisions. And it's a lot to do in the day, but after a couple of years, I don't have to think about it anymore. And it's just now I just live it. It's
amazing. On a personal note, I'm going through some, not really health issues, but I'm going through some like, what you call it, when you, let's say I'm a drunk. And I'm going through it like, you get that, that self-check from your mind. Like, do you like what you see? I'm good. It's not, I don't do it for other people to like me. I look myself in the mirror. Do you really like what you see? And I'm like, nah, I could do better. So I'm in the middle of trying to change my diet. I have a close friend of mine. Well, he's my friend. We call him Crazy Vegan. He knows he's on. What's up, Devon? And he works with me, and he tells me all the time. He said, Milt, this, and this, and he introduced me to vegan food, and I love it. No, serious. He'll say, I said, nah, this so-and-so tastes like a box. No, this. And he took me to this place one time. It's in Queens. And it's, I call it Veggie Castle. It's in Queens on Liberty. And I was sitting there, and I try this, try that. We sit down, like, man, this better taste good, man. And I'm eating it to the end. And I'm like, want it more. I'm like, yo, what is this? He says, nothing in here is meat.
Yeah.
I said, what? And I trust everything he tells me. No, seriously. I didn't get to the ice cream and stuff, which I like. I didn't get there, but he called me up. Yeah, I got this so-and-so. I was like, man. And one time we went to a game, he made me like a sandwich, and it was like really good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, is any meat in this? No, you keep asking me that. It's nothing meat in it. See, you always tease me about my eating habits and stuff. It makes my brain freeze and all this other stuff. Fried chicken, but it's hard.
It is difficult.
It's hard to go cold turkey.
And another reason why it's hard is not just like the taste we're addicted to, but everything in our society is against trying to actually be better when it comes to food. The ads in the subway, the ads on TV, your family, people going out, everyone wants to celebrate around food, usually the fattiest food. Like everything around us is counter to the food that actually helps us to thrive. So it takes a massive amount of work. You don't get support from your friends because unlike alcohol, people are like, we're going to help you. But when it's food, people are like, you know.
But you go through withdrawals. I can understand. I'm not trying to tease no drug addict or whatever. I'm serious. I'm going to do something with my health coming up in a couple of months and stuff. So I'm on the beginning stages of it, right? So I did a checkup today. I got to go to the doctor every one of these. So I got on the scale, and he looking at me like, I didn't know, Doc. I didn't know we was counting today. Today starts. I don't even have a nutritionist yet. I see my nutritionist tomorrow. I said, no, for real. He looked at me like, I said, seriously, we on the clock? He's looking at me like, yeah, we on the clock, man. See you next month. Because I put on 17 pounds.
So you're on the clock.
I'm on the clock, and I took off everything. I was taking everything out of my pocket. I said, wait a minute, I put on 17 pounds. What's going on? So I have to do what I have to do. I have to lose about 30 pounds. Okay. And I'm not a fan of doing it. Not losing the weight, but I'm not a fan of what I want to do because I don't like going in my body when I don't have to. But be honest with you, I am on the healthy side. It's just the weight on the joints and the legs. And it's getting worse. It's going the other way. So I have to do something with it.
I think everyone can relate to that feeling though, because whenever we have to make a change that betters ourselves, it's always uncomfortable and we don't want to do it. For anything, whether it's school, finishing a degree, or getting a personal best with like lifting. We don't want that change. It's very uncomfortable, but the payout is always great. It's like, since you do athletics, what a lot of people say to me when they want to work out, and they need motivation, I say, when you get up and you're like, man, I really don't want to do it anyway, because you never regret doing it, but you always regret when you don't. And I applied that to myself when it comes to food. I still apply that because even though I might be like vegan and I eat and I cook, there are things that I could still do better. And I apply that to myself. I'm like, Sam, if you just do that, you won't regret it. So just do it.
So tell me what a kid gotta get ready. He got a game tonight. He got a game at 10. Okay. So he gets up 8 in the morning. What do he eat?
Let's
to get
talk about
ready?
like the day before.
Okay, the day before. Okay.
We want, first of all, really great sleep. Nothing gives you really great sleep than like very whole plant foods. The reason is, when it's like Thanksgiving or like a wedding and we like pig out and we're tired. The reason why we're tired is because digesting food can take up to 50% of our energy depending on how processed, how fatty, and how dense it is. So let's say you have like 2 baked potatoes with a lot of broccoli and beans on top, and maybe season up with some garlic. Maybe you put some sour cream that's not dairy based, so it's actually far less fat. That means you can eat a lot of carbohydrates, but that's easy to digest. So that means when you sleep, your sleep will be charging you more than just digesting the food. Okay. Because the food digests way quicker. So when you wake up, you'll wake up better. Because if you eat heavier things, you wake up groggy. Okay. Because your body did not rest well because it was digesting. Okay. All right? So basically we're minimizing digestion time and minimizing the amount of energy we spend digesting. So when you wake up, the best thing to do, fruits of some sort, whether you have real fresh juice, whether you just eat a bunch of fruits, whether you blend it in the smoothie, because fruits are the quickest to digest in our system out of any food we have on this planet. It can take, on an empty stomach after you're sleeping, less than an hour to completely digest, utilize, metabolize, and and sweet
So
fruit.
having like a brand cereal or
So
hot cereal, it's not.
So that's a really good question. So we can talk levels. Like I usually say there's good, better, best. Those things are good. They're denser and harder to digest than fruits, right? We're talking about you want to run a lot. So let's say you have a position where that is your job on the field. You're zipping. It's better to have fruits. If you don't have to zip, if you do something athletic where it's more stationary, then you can just like pile on the calories with something that's like oatmeal because it won't matter as much. But if you have to run, if you're a sprinter, if you do cross country, if you're playing soccer, fruits are it. Smoothies are it. Even if it means you have 2 smoothies. It's way easier to have the energy you need for your game.
All right, so you got the gas to come and play the first part like in the game. What do you do when it's like you're familiar with halftime and when you get the break? What did the recharge or to sometimes you dehydrate because you use a lot. So you drink water. What is something else to get instead of Gatorade?
Yeah.
Because we want to get rid of the Gatorade.
We want to get rid of the Gatorade.
It's no good. The Gatorade's no good. They're drinking it too much.
They're drinking it too much. It has dyes.
Yeah.
Some of it still has high fructose corn syrup, and when it doesn't, it has artificial sweetener, which is basically cancer in a bottle.
Wow.
Okay, so if we want the best thing to drink to rehydrate you while you're playing a game, it's coconut water. That really is the best.
Wow.
Better than even water because coconut water already has electrolytes in it naturally.
Okay.
It already has it.
See, coconut water, that's not that. Wow.
It's the best one by far. I mean, it was even used in wars to replace blood during a blood transfusion.
It's better than water?
It's better than water in terms of replenishing the things you lost.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So no more Gatorade. It's guys. Serious. Listen, I remember when Gatorade used to be nasty. Now I tried it. This gets a little taste to it.
Because the original Gatorade was fine before they put all the dyes and the sugars and the stuff in it.
The original Gatorade tasted like salt water for real. Like it was water and salt in it, and I was like, "This is gross."
Yes.
I see all the kids in church. I said, let me taste that. Like, God, this tastes like Kool-Aid.
It's sugar.
Wow.
It's sugar and it's dyes.
You see how corporate America gets you sick?
And especially with endurance sports, people will say like, well, people have been doing this stuff and they're eating lots of meat and lots of steak and they did it. I'm like, they're doing it in spite of it. They are biological wonders because they could push themselves that far in that way. But when you take endurance athletes and you put them on a plant-based or more plant-based diet, you see times improve easily, specifically with runners, especially. But even you'll see it with weightlifters. And one of the reasons why is meat and dairy is inflammatory. You get it out, then you can lift more and you can recover quicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, the game is over. The sweat, they're calming down.
Yeah.
Do anything they do, the coconut water works too.
The coconut water, but if you're done with your sport, with your game, go ahead have a nice bowl of pasta, maybe some marinara or pesto, maybe some more potatoes, maybe some rice and beans, and get all those carbohydrates in because you just like killed so many calories on the field.
You listen up, kids. No more heroes. No more that cold cuts. No more pizza. No more chicken.
Definitely not the pizza.
You know what I'm saying? No, you gotta have vegan chicken. It tastes the same. For real.
Definitely not
I ain't lying to you because dude, it tastes the same, man. So that a bowl of that, get them back going and stuff. So that, man, we covered the whole thing in the morning for the game and during the game and things like that. And this is probably to learn about coconut water. So it doesn't have to be cold or
however you want it. It could come in a bottle, it can come in a can, it can come in the coconut, however you care to bring it with you. Wow.
Listen, serious, man. Coconut water.
Yes.
And it's better than regular water.
Yes.
Wow. So, we're going to go to a break and we're going to come back. I got some questions about me because because she is talented and she's a person that can help everybody for us doing vegan. So here we go. We'll be back after the break.
A community fundraiser. Each of us helps one of us. Think of a community hit with an epidemic that created financial devastation, massive unemployment, housing problems, and food shortages. To help the community to weather the tough times ahead, we must pull our resources together and create a cycle of funding. A one-time resource is help required. Each of us helps one of us with this continuously cycle of support. We'll relieve the burden off of you, the individual, with the help from the community. To join our community, email us at eachofushelpsoneofus@gmail.com. Leave your name and date of birth, and we'll send you the instruction video.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
NYC Youth Sports. We back with the lovely, beautiful Samantha Bailey from Urban Vegan Kitchen. Sorry, I get those hookups. So we had a great conversation off the air. So we was at the break where I kind of got like stuck back. But I wanted to tell everybody about your other talents. As far as vegan, she also help people to eat vegan healthy. And I'm probably one of them. I have to get off the. I might do it. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way. So like, kind of like help me. It kind of helped me with the milk situation because I haven't gave up that yet. And people been telling me the milk situation because I don't like almond. I can't deal with soy. I try to. It's something else like kind of like
Okay, so one, just so your audience understands, I do nutrition counseling for people who are sick. So I try to get them to understand how to take care of themselves and reverse their chronic issues. Mm-hmm. When it comes to dairy, I will tell you that the newest plant-based milk fad, which everyone seems to like, I'm talking about everyone, I'm talking about people who eat meat, is oat milk. So maybe you might like oat milk.
I tried oat milk.
Did you?
Yes. I try. Listen.
You sure?
I'm telling you, almond milk was the first thing I did. Then I went to soy, and I was like, nah. Oat milk, I had bought it because it was $7 a half gallon. So I remember, I'm like, this damn thing better work. So and I tried it, and I was like, damn, this is like the rest of them.
Okay, this is what I'll tell you. I knew someone who was critically ill with cancer, right? Yeah. Tumors all over his spine. Uh-huh. And everything that was the most anti-cancer food I can think of, I would tell him about it, right? Yeah. He decided to juice it all together. This is disgusting. And he told me, I put watercress, I put turmeric, I put garlic, I put broccoli. I was like, ew. Yeah. And what'd you do? He was like, I drank it. I said, you drank that? He goes, yeah. I said, what did it taste like? He goes, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to be here. So what I say is...
It makes sense.
So what I say is, sometimes you just gotta push through.
I like cereal. I eat bran Frey. I eat Bran, Raisin Bran. I eat Total. I eat Wheatie. I like Bran cereal. I don't eat it with no sugar or nothing, but I gotta have milk. I can't.
But Coach,
I can't.
I hate to burst your bubble.
I know, man.
But I'm about to right now.
I know.
Almost every cereal that's in a box already has rancid oil because it will go rancid just sitting there. One.
The cereal is bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's old. So the oil is rancid, and when oil is rancid, it changes our DNA.
Because they fry the...
because they bake it up, and so
it.
the oil gets rancid.
Oh.
So it's already on it. 2, every cereal, including the healthy ones, cornflakes and Special K, have sugar as a second ingredient. So it don't matter that you don't put sugar on it.
Special K?
Yes.
I love Special K.
I liked it too. I was sad.
Well, I have to drink... What can I eat?
No, you do what you want to do.
No, tell me.
No, you do what you want to do, and I would say, try to get used to another type of milk. I'm not gonna take cereal away from you. I just wanted to burst your bubble a little bit. But
you ain't hurting my feeling. My vegan friend, he's worse than you. I'm okay with you.
No, eat your cereal, but change your milk.
Tell me it got pus in the milk, cow pus. I'm like, what the hell is that? You just smell like piss. You saying it like it's spit.
Yeah, there is pus in the milk. That's why they have to dye it with titanium dioxide.
Oh my god!
Because if anyone's ever seen a cow actually milked, it's not white. It's off white. It's a little like pale yellow.
Yeah.
It's white for our eyes and also to hide all the blood and the pus that those mix.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the next thing. We stop milk altogether. I was pus and blood. Wait a minute. Okay. So oat milk.
Oat milk, yeah.
It's the best. Everybody said
that seems to be the rage. I'm not the one, but let me tell you, like I said, I run a restaurant, and the amount of people who are like, oat milk, you have oat milk. I mean, honestly, we can't even no one chooses soy anymore. We used to have soy and almond as the choices for coffee and teas. Everyone wants oat milk. Okay. It's all the rage right now.
All right, so I need a little help. I'm doing something, just like I told you, I'm doing something with my health this year. And I'm going to a nutritionist tomorrow at an appointment. And she's going to give me a list of stuff that I have to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to look at it because I know she's going to, they stay with they stay with the food group, have a little 10-ounce steak or 6 ounce.
Yeah.
So I might, I don't know, I'm going to try. How can I start?
I'm going to give you 2 real solid pieces of advice. One, forget about what you shouldn't eat. What you should do is every single day, make sure you get at least 7 servings of fruits and vegetables. Okay. If you at least get that in, you're dousing your cells with really great nutrition, magnesium, manganese, iodine, zinc, all of that stuff. So the other stuff, you end up eating less of the other stuff naturally. You also up your fiber naturally, and you start making better choices throughout the day. The other thing I want to say, as someone who not only helps people reverse illness, but also who used to be a personal trainer over a decade ago, is most of the changes are mental. It's not what you're actually eating or not eating. So it's playing mind games.
Because I love salad. Mm-hmm. I can eat salad all the time.
That's excellent.
I get lazy, I cut it, whatever. I love fruits. No, I love fruits. No, that probably kept me on the borderline of everything because I do eat lights of that.
Yeah.
It's just that meat. How can you do it? I mean, it's like
I'm not even going to tell you. Be completely vegan. Yeah. I'm saying eat more fruits and vegetables. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you eat more, you crowd out the other stuff. Just keep eating more of that stuff. And you'll see, because when you start feeling different, it starts motivating you to hey. I know for me, when I was young, so it wasn't like I had all these changes to make, but I had acne. And I was on medication for it, prescribed. And changing my diet cleared my skin. Okay. And I'm this whole time, I told dermatologists, they didn't just tell me change my diet. Of course they didn't. But that happened, and I didn't even know it was going to happen. Yeah. So when I see the result, it motivated me. To keep this up, Sam. Yeah. So that's what will happen. It's all mind games. You got to play tricks on yourself. I had to do it for years. This did not happen overnight. It didn't happen within a year. This happened years into research and reading, knowing how bad some of these foods are for me, and still eating them because I just want to taste it. It tastes so good.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm going on to the quest, and I'm going to try to be a half vegan and half meat lover right now too, you know. But I'll figure it out. But we want to thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. You're probably one of our best guests. Very informative. We want you back. Just like I always say, our doors are open. Our telephone lines are open. Anything you need from us, we're gonna come down to the
Urban Kitchen.
We're gonna make a reservation. We're gonna come down and eat up some of that good food and everything. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
I
having
appreciate
me
it.
on this.
And just like I said, remember coconut water. Put that Gatorade down. Go out there. Is it a dollar store? It's in a dollar store.
I think so.
Yeah, it's in a dollar store. Go put that. Make it cold. Put whatever. No ice in it. Just straight up cold. I've been drinking some coconut water. I'm gonna drink me some coconut water. You know, because I dropped a lot. I stopped a lot of soda and stuff. So I like seltzer water. So I drink a lot of seltzer water now and stuff. But you know, hey, we gotta, you know, in life we're not here forever, but we like to be as long as we can. Martin Luther King said longevity has its place, and I like to live long as I can, you know. But, you know, we have to eat right. We've been eating wrong for a long time, and we have to get it back right. And what's good about our bodies can regenerate and make all the stuff go away and good stuff happens. So thank you, Samantha Bailey, for everything, man. I appreciate it. It made so amazing. So we're going to move on down the line, and then we're going to get out of here. And I want to thank Samantha for showing up, Coach O, Ralph Draper, you know, calling Spring Ballers back. We got UTL this week. We have Northeast Region this week. Check out their Facebook page. Find them on Google them and find out when they're games and go support these kids playing the game. And we're going to have other games. Once we get the fields open up in New York City, we will be back doing what we do every week. Until then, we might have a show 1 week on, 1 week off. The COVID is affected our show. That our content is that we trying to get the right content, and we don't want to rush everything. But we will be back. We will be back, just like we said, where the games are held and where the events are held and the games are played. We'll be back on the field, the courts, the track, and bringing you great youth sports content, stories, and games and highlights and everything. We will be back far in May with a show that's going to be more repetitious and everything. But remember, I said support the channel. Hit that red button. Remember, the 5 ways to support the Youth Sports Podcast Show is up there in the commercial. It says donate to our Cash App, whatever you can. Tell people about the show. Hit the subscribe button. We got it. We're going to have our Amazon site up. So we'll buy our merchandise, our shirts and stuff that can help us also. And what's new is our website is up. www.nycussports.org. That's nycussports.org. And just come and support us. Call our hotlines 347-776-7070. And we will be back next week with another topic. The championship show will be on Monday at 8:00. We also had a business of marriage show that's on our Studio A channel, Studio A NYC. The business of marriage to death do us part, Sunday at 7:00. And our show, NYC Youth Sports, every Wednesday at 8:00. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you next week.